Bonjour people, welcome back to another review. This time we are looking at Transformers Energon Inferno. Here's a deluxe class like Hotshot, who you can check out the review for in the corner up there. Inferno transforms into a red G1 Ironhide looking truck. I don't know if it's meant to be like a fire engine or something like that. He did come initially with a big like a ladder gun hose thingy. My figure unfortunately never came with it. It was second hand, and I've had him and Hotshot for over a decade now, and they are missing their accessories, which is unfortunate. But yeah, like G1 Ironhide, I bring him up because I think he is the closest comparison to make to this guy. They just are visually very similar. Inferno, he sports, you can see here, like movie Megatron syndrome, where his head is visible in vehicle mode. I don't know what it's meant to represent. If it's meant to be like a radar or something, I don't know. He rolls much better than Hotshot does. He's a block. It's a really peculiar vehicle mode, and I don't quite know what to make of it. But nice red all over. You've got some really nice detailing. You've kind of got like a bronzish brown, whatever that is there. You've got some nice pipe detailing, some ports for Energon stars and minicons. Plaque along the back here with his hands visible again. You can see there's no interior detailing for the vehicle. That is a connection port for the Powerlinx feature. Nice detailing on the bumper, I suppose. You've got a massive Autobot symbol on the side there. And yeah, that's Inferno's vehicle mode. It's fine. It's weird, but it's fine. And you've got some nice sirens on the top there. First, quick size comparison. Here is Inferno next to a fellow Autobot Deluxe class figure, so I thought I'd just randomly grab out Mudflap from Avenger Fallen. And here is Inferno next to Hotshot from Energon as well, and we'll look at them together in robot mode in a bit. To transform Inferno, it's really, really simple. What you want to be doing for a start is coming here and just disconnect all of this bit. Fold what will be the legs at the hips. Keep it nice and straight, and fold these bits flat. They'll be his feet, and you can separate that. Come back to the top. Come here and split these bits nice and carefully so they're there. Bend his arms down. Come to the top and take his exposed head. Open up those flaps. So this is Inferno in his robot mode, and you can really see the G1 Ironhide aesthetic here, surely. You know, big, window chest, he's red. It's just not Ironhide, because there was another Ironhide in Energon, if you want to call him Ironhide. Anyway, let's not get into a critique about that series. So Inferno here, he's okay. He's fairly interesting. He's fairly, you know, again, he's fairly G1 inspired. He's proportionally, like comparing him to Hotshot, who I got him with, he is a lot better. He looks a lot more visually, or I suppose aesthetically correct. Proportionally correct. I don't know what I'm saying. The downside, I suppose, is this blocky chest, and I'm not a particularly big fan of it, because especially from this camera, it's making him look really fat, and he's not fat. But spinning him around, he's kind of got all of this back bit exposed here. I'm not particularly a fan of that. Like with Hotshot, his head is on this massive spinal cord thing. It's for Powerlinxing, but it doesn't look particularly nice. His back just screams of loads of gappage. But his front, you know, fairly nicely detailed. I mean, it's all from the vehicle mode, apart from this leg detailing, which now flourishes out, and it just makes him look like he's made out of springs down there. Red, again, primary colour. You got blue. Let's have a look at his face. This is his face. It's a nice light shade of metallic blue with a white or really light grey head. You've got these flaps here. I mean, if you were to close them, I suppose you could argue that this is like a battle mask sort of thing. It's fine. He's got that there. He's got a port for an Energon star that he did not come with on there, which also houses an Autobot symbol. And that's it for detailing in terms of Inferno, really. In terms of articulation, Inferno can rotate 360 degrees overhead thanks to a ball joint. He can look up that far and he can look down a tiny little bit, but not by much. In terms of his shoulders, he's got a full range of rotation there. He can move his arms up that far, and he has he's got a 90-degree bend at the wrist, at the elbow. Sorry, I don't think he's got anything at the wrists. No, he doesn't. He's got nothing at the waist. He can spread his legs only that far. He can push. He could do a crazy back kick. Obviously, transformation helps with that, and he can he can only kick forward that far. He's got 360 degrees of rotation at the upper leg. He can bend at the knee like that, and he can wiggle his toes a bit. So, in terms of just general articulation, it's not awful. It's not brilliant, but I suppose for the time, it's above average. So well done, Inferno, well done. Here is Hotshot and here is Inferno next to each other. You might see this segment in both videos. These two have a shared feature they can combine, and it's called Powerlinxing. To transform Inferno into his shirt mode, what we really want to be focusing on are his legs here. But first up, we're going to rip open his chest to expose the jigsaw piece. We're going to lie him flat and like that. We're just going to bring his arms down, and then we're going to detach his head and just fold it up for the moment. We're going to come to the back here. We're going to fold out these guns that are stored at the back of his legs. It's kind of personal preference at this point what you really do. You bend them back. You want to be folding the spinal cord on the back of itself, and then attaching his chin to a black peg just there. And then, officially, what you're meant to do is fold the guns all the way out. That's a tractor going past outside, thanks a bunch. Claps them on top, and then you're meant to sort of just lay it like that, somehow. We can try and run with that, for the purpose of this review. It's as close as we are going to get. And this is sort of Inferno in his shirt mode. To combine the two transformers, take the jigsaw pieces, line them up, and slot them together. Like so. So this is Powerlinx Inferno, and of the two combination things that you can do, I think this is actually the better looking one. Proportionally, it's a whole lot better. You're actually using Inferno's proper arms, and you're using Hotshot's proper legs. He's very top heavy, of course. He's got all of this junk all over him here. The legs, you don't really know what to do with them. As I said throughout the transformation, I think this is what you're meant to do with them officially, like fully collapse them in on themselves and just have them like that. It looks a bit weird. Again, it's personal preference what you do with it, to be honest. But the good thing about this iteration here, he retains a lot of the good articulation from the best of both worlds. So he's got all of his arm articulation from robot mode. You've got all of Hotshot's leg articulation from his robot mode. So nothing is particularly compromised, as opposed to the other way around where you can do it, where Hotshot's got these bleeding big boxing gloves that don't look any good. He's quite lanky down here, which sets opposed to the blockiness of all of this up here. So that's a little bit weird, but I've seen worse. I think that's the biggest compliment I can say about these two. I've seen worse. We're going to demonstrate now how to transform Inferno into his pants mode. So, for a start, put his covers back over his face. Put the arms up. Unclip the chest. Fold the bumper up and just let that hang. That's the connection port right there. We want to be rotating that horizontal to make kind of a platform. Open the legs up like that. Let the head fall through so it goes onto what will be his new backside. Reach into these hollow bits and fold out these guns here, which will now be the feet. We want to be and this is what I was experimenting with when first transforming him for the video. Push those panels. It's very easy to tear his arms off, but we want to be taking the red panels, pushing them up so that they cover his forearms a bit more. And then we want to be rotating them down. I'm trying just, yeah, you see that's going to happen. That's going to keep happening. There we go. Push them in and then try and slot them into the legs. There is a peg which you can connect right there. Goodness sake. There we go. So just try and line everything up. Get that peg plugged in just underneath that Autobot symbol. There we go. Do whatever you want with the head, like curl it up into a little ball if you wish. Maybe like turn his head around so that he doesn't look through his own crotch. However, he's looking at his own ass. And that that's Inferno in his pants mode. But it looks like he's got something hanging down where it shouldn't be. So that's Inferno. He's okay. He's not brilliant, again, by any means, just like Hotshot and just like all the Energon figures in general. Articulation's fine. He's fine. It's the best way to put it. I've seen better. I've seen worse. Like Hotshot, he's probably one of the better Energon figures, to be fair. He's got mini-com port accessories on him, which I didn't mention earlier. So, in terms of playability, he's got a decent amount going for him. I suppose I'll give him a thumbs up, just like Hotshot. So, yeah, that's Inferno. Thank you everybody so much for stopping by and checking out this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share it around to help out the channel. And until the next time, see you all later.